Welcome, I'm back. Welcome to Bullshit TV. I just may not ever make it out this bed today because what it's giving is giving me hope and high dreams. Okay, I guess it's people dealing with the same shit Donald Trump is dealing with. Welcome to Bullshit TV. I'm your host. I'm just so giddy and so happy and so excited, but I want to see people behind bars. I want to see people actually in court and they've been hauled off by the bailiffs and the sheriffs. This is what I'm talking about, even in my own state of Michigan. A runner-up, Matthew deperno, he's also being charged with multiple felonies with Donald Trump for this 2020 election, fraudulent machine tampering, I guess. Because I can remember, just like I was just saying in my last video, you can go back and look, Donald Trump's third indictment, it's because it's indictment season. You feel what I'm saying? But because I was at home, I was licking my wounds from the auto accident that I was in. So I had nothing but time. You know what I'm saying? And it just happened. All this shit transpired from the time I got hit and Donald Trump went on his fucking ruckus. And I seen it for my own two eyes. I might as well been down there. But after the election shit happened, because it took them days, felt like 2 weeks for them to count certain states, and I guess they were swing states. So if you don't know what a swing state is basically it can go either Republican or Democrat, either in the houses or just as the state period. You know what I'm saying? As the representative throughout the state in different districts and shit. So these swing states. So what caused all of this is when one of the news stations called, I believe, Nevada as a winner for Joe Biden. And that was unexpected and it caused a whole uproar from there. So then the other swing, basically, Donald Trump just lost some major swing states that he thought he was going to win. And it was a couple states that was Republican, that was hard on red. And they just went Crip style. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying they the rolling 60s, but they is up there in age. But anywho, so it just happened in a domino effect. So I was up for days. When I say days, I was up. Because the last time I went to sleep on a fucking election, Hillary Clinton was winning. I went to sleep and she was winning by a large margin. So when I knew when I woke up the next day in 2020, whenever the last, no, 2016, when Donald Trump won. In 2016, when I went to sleep and woke up and Donald Trump was president, I called a friend of mine and I was like, we're fucked, aren't we? She said, yes, we are. And we had a conversation probably about 3 hours, but I'm not trying to get off topic, but I'm just saying how much time and invested I was in this. So I watched this election. I watched them call these swing states and some of these other states that were red and they just flipped blue. You know what I'm saying? Like Pennsylvania, even Michigan. And I remember they was holding up downtown wherever they voted down in Detroit, downtown Detroit. They held up that building for like 4 or 5 days. They had to recount and then do some other investigation, but they wasn't putting this on our local news. That's how I say the media has a way of giving you what you want. So that's why always advocating and always advertising for Dr. Richie on Undisputable on YouTube, and I'm always rolling with Roland Martin, and then Reese on Roland Martin. She funny as hell because she do a lot of cussing, and people always try to tell me stop cussing, but cussing is fun. It tastes good. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to Michigan. So they held up that building down there for days. It felt like a week because they wanted to make sure the count was right, and the count was right. You know what I'm saying? And Donald Trump going over here to Georgia trying to get their public officials that's you know what I'm saying, to flip votes and say they found discrepancies. They even took the shit to court. He took this shit to court over 60 sometimes and lost over 60 sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm telling you off the dome. This right here, I'm going by memory because I was watching this shit. But I didn't really think it was as big in Michigan because when you hear the president doing some bullshit, you like, oh, he's the fall guy. But it's people up under him to be able to make that allow him to do these things, because if it wasn't accessories to his crimes, which is a RICO case, because it's a organization under the United States Department government. Let's just keep it real. That's what it is. So this shit wouldn't even be happening. But even if he loses the election, I think we fucked. Even if he win the election, I think we fucked. But I think we're more fucked if he lose the election. I think we fucked either way. But you seen what they did. They keep saying that they failed the attempt. They failed the attempt. They was in there. They was in that building. They was searching for the vice president. They was searching for anybody they can get their hands on that Donald Trump sent them to get. You heard what they said. They was chanting, hang Mike Pence. They even the insurrection, because the insurrection just didn't happen down in Washington, D.C. It happened in Michigan and it happened in another state. I can't even remember the other state, but I remember Michigan because I'm from Michigan. It happened in Lansing. And then during the whole week, they had Congress people. It was the military, some black military, or just people that was had permits that was walking Congress people to their to where they had to go on the grounds of a government building, because you had insurrectionists and mega people that just couldn't believe the shit that was happening. Like, people are voting, people don't want the bullshit no more, and this is just craziness. It's craziness, but y'all go ahead. Y'all can look it up. Mr. Matthew deperno. He's about to be no bromo. I don't know. But I don't know if they're about to try to blame this shit on Trump. But if they blame it on Trump, that just shows that you was part of a cult or organization. You was the hitman, basically. He sent you out and you went to do a job. Basically, that's what I've been saying. I should be a lawyer. I shouldn't be an attorney. Because it's just common sense. But I am not an attorney. I never went to school. Never really, had any interest in it. Never went and took the bar license and failed at it and decided to make a YouTube page. I just read my laws. Anything that has sparked my interest, I read up on the laws. And then I put common sense to it. And sometimes I don't even agree with the law because it's, the way of how humanity works, humanity needs. But like I said, you can go ahead and put your comments down in the comments below. Say what you say. Say it. Try to say it respectfully, because I am trying to turn over a new leaf and I'm not there yet. So it takes 90 plus days consistently to make something a habit. I'm not in the habit of speaking nicely to people just yet. So, but I am always up for a good debate. These